Hello everybody and welcome back to Going Medieval. As always, I am Door, and today we're going to go ahead and start building our people their own little rooms and stuff so that they can go ahead and hopefully be a little bit happier here. I'm not too sure whether or not we need to go ahead and put these things into buildings or not, but we're going to go ahead and do that as well because I think we have two of those available to us, I believe. Was it miscellaneous stuff? No, it was leisure? Yeah, leisure. We have two of these things to go ahead and place down, so we're going to go ahead and make maybe like a little church type thing for both of these so that the people can go ahead and go to them. They do go to them out here in the open, but we'll just go ahead and put those in buildings for right now, just for the sake of putting them in buildings. We're going to also work on getting this thing kind of excavated here. We don't want this here anymore, and hopefully we can go ahead and have that done with eventually. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and lay down the blueprint of the building here. So we're going to go ahead and try and make this kind of our center of our courtyard, right? Because we have our little storage thing down there right now for our food. And then eventually we're probably going to go ahead and dig further down into it to go ahead and get to the bottom of the map here. But for right now, we're going to leave that be. But for our houses, we're going to go ahead and put those here. So what I'm kind of thinking is we might go ahead and do like a little tiny two-story type, a little design thingy here. So we're going to actually pause it for right now just so that the game doesn't keep running. And I don't think there's a way for me to go into planning mode or anything like that. So we're just going to go ahead and pause it so that we don't actually have them building anything. So for right now, we're going to go on this side of the thing, right? Because this is all stone and we can't plant anything on the stone anyways. So I figure it's better to go ahead and build on the stone than it is to build in the dirt and stuff that we can actually use to plant the bushes and stuff. So we'll go ahead and place it here for right now. We're going to go right up to the edge here, and we're going to go from probably about there. We're going to go down about 18, what is that, 20? So we'll go 20 there, and then we'll see if we can go ahead and space this out properly. So we need about a 5x5 on the inside here, so that should be that, right? And then we need one more here, and that should kind of work. So every 5, we're going to go ahead and put a wall, so that should be good, right? That's one room there, and with the 20 that we have down, that's only going to be 3 rooms, so I want to actually bump that up to 5 rooms. So we're going to go a little bit further here and plop down a couple more rooms here. So we're going to do 5 on the bottom, 5 on the top, and I'm hoping that the 5x5 is big enough to go ahead and put the bed and maybe some leisure items into each room. So hopefully they're kind of happy with the room setups. So we can go ahead and put the doors here, and oh, that's not the door. We need the door here. We're going to plop the doors on the corners here, I guess, for right now. Should work. Or do we want them in the center? We'll plop them in the corner for right now, and then we need to go ahead and put the flooring in. So let me go ahead and do that as well. And with the flooring down, we can go ahead and hopefully lay down the second story here. So we're going to go ahead and copy this layout basically again, right? And it's not letting me go past that. There we go. And let me go ahead and fill the rest of the stuff in here. And with that second story done, we're going to go ahead and add in the flooring so that these rooms up top have floors as well. We're going to go a little overkill with this right now, right? We don't need 10 bedrooms because we don't have 10 people in our village here. But this hopefully at least allows us to kind of future-proof for a second to at least have somebody else have rooms while they come here, you know, so we don't have to kind of scramble to get a room built for them to go ahead and sleep in. So this is going to help a little bit here. And then the roofing can go ahead and just get put on like this, and this should be fine, right? And we can't go all the way down. I don't know why it's doing that. I guess it's limiting us to not go too far, I guess. I'm not too sure. We can have this thing go to about there, I guess, then. Or actually, let's have it go about midway, and then we can have the other one meet it in the center there, and then those can connect, and that's one big roof done, right? And that's going to be the little apartment complex for our people done here. Next, what we need to go ahead and do is lay down another thing of flooring so that we're actually able to get to these rooms. So we need that to go there, and we will have it go about there, and we will have a staircase go up to meet that so that they can actually get there. And I don't know if we need to make that too wide or if one wide is going to be enough for these guys to get to where they need to go. But then we can go ahead and plop the doors down to go ahead and allow these people into these rooms at least. And then we can go ahead and plop some windows down so these guys have windows on their rooms, and that should be the entirety of this thing set up right now. We're just going to let them process this stuff through, and before we actually unpause the game here, we're going to go ahead and toggle them to cut down some trees because we need the trees most definitely for this because we don't have the wood on us for this. So those trees are all mature. The rest of those aren't quite mature just yet. We are going to wait until they're done building this thing out before we actually place down any more of the beds and stuff in those rooms, and then we'll probably convert this one into to either this religion or the other religious thing and make that just like a little church thing for that. And then eventually we'll get around to mining this thing out from the map here, but for right now that should be fine. We're gonna also have to go ahead and put down another stockpile eventually. There's some stuff lingering around that we don't have a place for it to go right now. But also, before I forget, we need to go ahead and do our defenses as well. So we have two options currently available. We have big wooden Merlon things, which look like just big spikes, and we also have stick traps. So those look like they're just a tile thing on the ground here. So what we'll end up doing is, I don't know which way they're going to come from if we do have a raid eventually, but I guess the red area is where they spawn at, maybe, because that goes all the way around the map here. So what we'll end up doing is, for right now, since this is going to be their house, we're going to go ahead and plop down a couple of these things just in case our people retreat into this area, and then we have at least some way of defending them when they try to run in there, hopefully this doesn't also activate on our own people here. If it does, that's not going to be great for our people. So our spike traps are done, and they don't seem to be triggering on our own people, so that's good news for us. And then we should be kind of safe in there. We don't have the build defense thing popping up on our screen anymore. Our people do still have weapons, so that's good news for us. We don't have the things making anything. I think if we go back into this table, we should be able to go and see that stuff, right? And which level is this stuff on? There we go. So do we have any new weapons to make? No, we still have the club, we still have the spear, and we still have the bow and arrow. We don't have anybody making any more of the research points, which is my bad. I totally forgot to set those people back onto that. So we need more of that being generated so we can actually research some more stuff here so that we can get some better things going for ourselves. And so far, our little apartment complex thingy is kind of coming together nicely here. We don't have a room built just yet, but this is going to take a ton of wood to go ahead and actually get up off the ground here. But in a little bit here, it should be good to go. We need to go ahead and put down some stuff here. So we keep getting the people are annoyed thing popping up. So if I can click on this guy really quick, we can go ahead and scroll through his stuff here, and it's going to tell us what we need to go ahead and fix and what he is kind of happy with. He tells us that he is desperately thirsty, so we need to go ahead and brew some beer for them to drink, and apparently he is deprived of religion. So I guess he's not this religious thing, or we don't have enough time on our schedule for him to go ahead and do his leisure items, and he doesn't. Okay, so I didn't realize that we don't have anything set there. So let's give our people the last 2 hours before they go to bed as a leisure item, and hopefully they come and do the praying stuff to kind of chill out and get a little more happy for us. I thought the game did their leisure items in that thing, but I guess having it set to anything, they're kind of prioritizing anything but their leisure items. So that way they have 2 hours a night to go ahead and do their thing, and hopefully they kind of get a little more happy here and they lose that little negative on their stat thing here. So yeah, this guy is tired. Ugly apparel, which I'm not sure what we do about that. Do we have a thing that we can actually make clothing items out of? I don't think we have a way of making clothing items just yet. We have a new settler coming in, so that's good. We can go ahead and welcome them to Doorheim. We're going to go ahead and allow them in. We don't have enough beds currently, so we need to go ahead and plop another bed down. Do we have any of these rooms done still? No, there's a bunch of them still under construction, so we're going to go ahead and plop a bed down in this thing for right now. So with the bed there, that should be fine. We're going to also plop down another one of the other religious items here and just see if that kind of makes the other people happy too, because I don't know if this is two separate religious things or if they're just named different. I'm not sure about that. We're going to go ahead and plop this one over here for right now, just for the sake of having one down. And then eventually we're going to go ahead and move those into buildings when we get around to that as well. So we just had a wolf run over our traps here and trigger them. So we need, can I go ahead and have these guys reset them? Deconstruct it. I don't want them to deconstruct it. And I can't reset it doesn't look like. So that's not good, but we're going to leave that be for right now. At least we have some more cabbage getting pulled up from the ground here. Did anybody build that bed yet? It is being built, but it's not finished yet. And we are actually getting raided right now. So this is the first actual raid that wasn't linked to one of our settlers coming in. So we have, 5 people raiding us right now. And we need one guy to go ahead and get weapons. So let me see if I have anything for this guy to actually take. And let's just have him toggle to anything that's in our stockpile. So hopefully he has something to go ahead and defend himself with. And it doesn't look like he's grabbing anything, so he might not be all that well for us to have doing anything. We need all of our people to go ahead and stick together here, so that should be all 6 of them highlighted. It is indeed. So we're gonna have them all go to this place if we can. Can I have them all go into the house so at least those enemies trigger on the traps first? No, they want to do that. Let's go ahead and draft them all so they all pull out weapons. There we go. This guy has a weapon now. Good. So can you guys all come here, please? There we go. So they're all going to meet up there, and then only 2 of them went there. Strange. Where's this guy at? This guy's bowing right now. Can I have you guys go here? There we go. So where's the enemies at? The enemies are there. Can I have you guys run into the house really quick and then run out of the house to try and trigger these guys into walking on the traps? This guy's gonna walk on the trap. Cool. Let's go ahead and have them all attack this guy. I think we need to have them come out of the house here actually, because they don't seem to be attacking this guy all that much. They can't come out because the people in the front of the door. Okay, my bad. Shouldn't have done that. But they killed one guy, so let's go ahead and there we go. Now they're coming out of the building here and they're able to attack. Let's go ahead and have them target that guy. Cool. Let's have them target this guy now because he seems to have an actual sword. No, he doesn't. Never mind. He has a spear. And could we attack this guy, please? Thank you. There we go. That's another one down. We have 2 more left, so we're not too bad off here. Let's have them all trigger on that guy there. We have 1 guy left, and it finished the raid even though there's only 1 guy left. Let's have them kill this guy before he runs away, so that way we at least get something from him too. And that guy should be dead in just a second. There we go. And these guys can all go back to being just normal citizens again. We also had one of our people die, I think, because we had 6 a second ago, right? We're down to 5. I don't know who died there. I think it might have told me in that little victory screen, but I didn't quite catch it. So let's go ahead and prioritize wound treatment on this guy. We need to go ahead and get another character to go ahead and do that for us. We can't just auto pull it from there. There we go. So that person's going to get fixed up here, and then we should see this thing disappear here. We have some more research available, but it's not anything good. It's just the decorative stuff. That's who died. Madeline died. So I think she's the one that joined our thing last episode, and she was the one that was injured when she was out with an axe. I think that's who that is, or it might be this one. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember her exactly, but we have 6 dead bodies right here in front of us, so we need to go ahead and deal with those. I'm trying to see if we can actually like become cannibals or something and eat them, because we could use some meat. If we are able to eat these bodies, I can't quite figure out how to do that. I don't think we can, but we're gonna go ahead and just burn them off anyways, like we did the last ones here. And since one of our people actually did end up dying, we can go ahead and actually give her a burial. So we can go ahead and do a grave, and then we have multiple choices of which type of grave we want to do. And for right now, I think we're going to go ahead and do the limestone grave instead of the other ones here. We don't want to make it an unmarked grave because it is one of our people here. We don't want to do the sarcophagus thing because she's not one of the founding members of our base thing here, I don't think. I think these first 3 people are the founding members of our little village thing here. So we're going to leave those 3 people to go ahead and get buried in one of those guys. But for this lady, we're going to go ahead and do the limestone one like I said. And then we just need to figure out where we want to go ahead and bury her at right now to go ahead and start the cemetery here. And for right now, I think we're going to go ahead and bury her up here and start the cemetery up in this area here. So this is right above our little base and stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and put her on the stone so that we don't waste any dirt that we can actually plant on. And for right now, we'll just go ahead and plop her right there. Can't be placed here. Oh, that's not good. We can't place it on stone. We can't place it on stone. Okay, we have to place it on dirt, and I kind of don't want to do that, but I guess we have to. So let's go ahead and place it over in this direction then, because we have a bunch of grass over here. We're probably never going to go in this direction with any plants or anything like that, so hopefully we can place it here. Can't place it there either. How about there? There we go. That's on dirt. And can we have to wait until that's done. So let's actually let the game run. Let's see if we can toggle her. Oh, autosave. Nope, go away, please. Can we toggle her to go ahead and get buried? Let's go here and prioritize burial for her. No empty spots to go ahead and designate. Okay, so we have to wait until that thing is done being dug out, I guess. And now we are entering into autumn, and apparently we need to go ahead and prepare for winter. So we need to start making some warm clothing and stocking up on food. So I wonder if the winter can go ahead and just kill us, because if that's the case, we're probably not going to make it through this first winter, honestly. I don't think we're doing too hot on the food production, and I don't have any way of making clothing just yet. Do we have the tailoring thing available? We do have the tailoring thing available, so let's go ahead and trigger that. And now that the grave is dug out, we should be able to go ahead and bury the lady here, right? So let's go ahead and do that if we can. I have to select somebody. I keep forgetting to do that. And there we go. We prioritize the burial of her, so she should get dragged over here and put in the hole here in a second. Let me just go ahead and follow them along, I guess. And apparently he just crammed her in a backpack, so that's cool. And he should just go over there. I don't know if there's going to be anything to do with it, right? I think he's just going to dump her in the hole, and then it's going to be a full grave site, I think. And that's exactly what he did. So he just dumped her in there, and then the top part here just spawned in and covered the grave. So that's where Mod is. Does it tell me who's buried here at least? It does not tell me who's buried here. Okay. So actually, yeah, no, it doesn't tell me who's buried here, but we can go ahead and disable that so that no enemy corpses are buried in this area. And can I rename this at least? Oh, it does tell me who lies here. Okay, never mind. It was just in a little dialogue box here, not in this section here, but it tells me that she is buried here. So that's good, at least that it keeps track of that. So hopefully we don't have too many more of our people here die, but if they do, we have the start of our little cemetery, I guess. Hopefully we don't have to expand on that too much. We don't have too many people dying. I think this lady might die of old age, if that's a thing, because she looks pretty old in the little character picture at least. And can I see how old she actually is? She's 42. So, I mean, kind of depending on her age here, she might just end up croaking in her sleep. So we have a new settler arriving, and we can either take her in and risk having an attack in the next couple of days, or we turn her away and then we get our settlers that we currently have kind of agitated. So we're going to go ahead and accept her into our little village here. Hopefully we don't have to deal with anything. We do have to deal with something. We have a day and 3 hours to get ready for another little attack here. So hopefully we don't lose any more people when this happens here, but we can go ahead and trigger her to go ahead and at least have a weapon of sorts. And I actually went through all of these settings here and turned them all to all pretty much, except for the initial guys that we had. We're just going to go ahead and leave those be. For everything else, though, we triggered it to wear all so that they're actually wearing armor this time around and different types of clothes to hopefully help with the armor defense fighting these guys here in a second. All right, well, the raid is kicking on here. We have 5 people, I believe, that just showed up here, and they're right here. So actually what we're going to go ahead and do is try and meet them on the way here so that we can hopefully try and keep the damage away from our base a little bit. And hopefully the archers up here can go ahead and target these guys as they're climbing up to us is kind of the idea here, hopefully. And let's see, hopefully that happens in a second, because I think this radius is the radius of the archers, so hopefully they can see what they're doing here. And these guys don't seem to be too smart here, because they don't seem to be coming up out of this thing. Never mind, as soon as I said that, they just all started sprinting up here. So here in a second we should see some stuff here, hopefully. And this guy got shot with a bow, I think, and our archers are indeed shooting these guys. So we currently have 3 archers and 3 melee guys. I don't know what this guy has. This guy has a sword, I think. And hopefully they kind of kill these people without taking too much damage. A lot of our people were injured on the lead up to this because they kept damaging themselves doing the construction stuff. I have a bunch of trees getting cut down right now, and they just kept like cutting their legs or something and getting injured. So let's see if anybody died this time around. Hopefully we didn't lose anybody. So Manilda was the bravest settler, and she also took the most damage. And I don't see anything telling me that anybody died. I still see 6 names on the side here, so we should be good. Let's actually kill this guy before he runs away, and that way we can get his loot as well. So he's gonna run. I think if he makes it back to this area, he might just despawn off the map, but he's gonna die because he's got these guys on him. We also have some people that are unconscious, and we need to go ahead and heal our people as well. So once this guy dies, we can go ahead and disband these guys from the little army thing right now. And there we go. So those guys are dead. Let's go ahead and disband these guys. Oh wait, never mind. I thought someone just died, but they got picked up to go take them back to the bed here. So if we go ahead and click on this, we can see who's unconscious, but that guy's getting carried right now. So this person is a whipped back. Anybody else have anything? Severed artery and a dislocated shoulder, so we need to go ahead and fix that person up. This person is just the injured shoulder. Okay, so we need her to go ahead and wake up because she's the best doctor we have right now, but I think 2 of these people have 7 medicine, right? Yeah, this person has 7 medicine, so let's have her go ahead and fix this person. This person is also 7 medicine as well, so hopefully we can go ahead and fix this person up. And then I don't know who needed another medicine thing going on here. So whip back and artery. Okay, so yeah, both of those people in the room right now need medicine. So let's have her fix this person. We can't do anything unless they're sleeping on the bed, unfortunately. So we have to wait until Ellen goes to bed, I guess, to go ahead and have someone fix her up as well. There we go. We got everybody fixed up from the medical injuries that they sustained, but we also have them suffering from cold now because the door broke at some point. I think in that first little push that the raid guys had, I think they broke our door. So we need to go ahead and replace that, and hopefully that fixes the heat issue in here. If not, not, we need to go ahead and place down one of these brazier things to go ahead and produce heat in this room, at least for the time being, until we get these rooms over here up and running, which I think we're kind of close to getting at least one of them up and running, right? This one needs some floors and a couple more walls, and then that room is done. We just don't have the people cutting down the trees quick enough for them to do that. So as the rooms over here get finished up here, they've already got 2 of them done. They're kind of working their way down the line here. And what we're going to go ahead and do right now is actually rearrange our stockpile, right? We need a stockpile over here to go ahead and kind of store some stuff. So we're going to go away from that thing a little bit, and we'll go probably about there, leave a 2-space gap from the doors to the little building over there. And we're going to go kind of big with it, right? We need to go ahead and maybe do, let's see, 15 by 15 for right now. And then we'll probably change this in a second. We're going to go ahead and allow everything except for food to get stored here. And then what we're going to also do is put a floor on it, because we have to go ahead and put a floor on it to go ahead and enable the stuff in it not to be getting destroyed. That's going to go ahead and allow us to store other items here and not have them just go randomly bad, right? The limestone doesn't need it, but the other items do. Like this thing needs it because the ground type is not correct, so it's going to decompose eventually. And we've been having these guys destroy themselves as well, the chronicle things, which we used to go ahead and research. So we need to go ahead and have a stockpile with an actual floor on it, and hopefully that keeps things from going bad. It's not going to keep the food from going bad, but it's going to at least hopefully keep some of the other items that keep going bad, like the chronicles and stuff, from going bad, hopefully. And we don't need to go ahead and dig out the stockpile in the ground to go ahead and store those items too. So hopefully this kind of keeps them from going bad. And then we have some more of these rooms getting finished up, right? We have these first 2 done. So eventually at some point today, we're going to be able to go ahead and put the beds in there at least. And we might need to go ahead and put these guys in there as well, since the winter is just around the corner here. Once we get through this month, it's going to be cold, and I don't know if our people are going to start freezing to death or not, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Okay, well, it's finally complete. We have 10 bedrooms ready to go, and what we can go ahead and do now is go into the first rooms here, right? And they should have floors. Yeah, they all have floors. I didn't mess that up. And what we're going to go ahead and do, right, is we're going to go ahead and put some beds in all of these, and we're also going to go ahead and put a table with a stool. I don't know if the table and stool are going to have any effect on the happiness of our people here or not, but we're going to go ahead and have pretty much every room laid out the same here. So we're going to have the bed in the corner there. We're going to have the table in front of the window, and then we will have one of the chairs on the back side here. We're going to go with probably the wooden chair here, just so that we have a chair in general. So something like that. And then we can go ahead and stick some wooden torches in the rooms as well. We'll go ahead and stick them on the back wall here, and hopefully that works and gives them some heat in here, so that I don't have to go ahead and put one of these brazier things in each of these rooms, because those are kind of pricey, right? I think there's just a bunch of clay and wood. Not super pricey, but they give off 1800 worth of heat. So I don't want to put one of those in every room and then have our people too hot and start complaining about that, because if that's the case, then we're going to have to put the torches anyways. And then if the torches don't give off enough heat, then we kind of have to figure something else out here. But pretty much every room is going to be laid out just like this. I was going to put some of the leisure items in here as well, but we only have the game thing and the prayer thing, and it doesn't seem like everybody prays at the same thing, and they keep going to this one or this one, and I think these are 2 different religion things. I could be wrong, but I think that's what they are, so we're not going to put those in the rooms either. So that's pretty much how every room is going to be set up. We're just going to go ahead and clone that through the next 10 of these rooms, and then we'll go ahead and have them working on that next episode as we are trying to get our stuff situated for winter, because it's right around the corner here. We also got a new villager in the cut there. We had Richard show up, and he just wandered in starving, so he just ate some of our food, and he's kind of just hanging out with us now. We will go ahead and see what the winter holds for us next episode. Hopefully we have enough food backlog so we can actually make it through the winter, and hopefully we don't have too many of our people die here. But I think for right now, that's going to go ahead and be it for today's episode. We got the Doorheim apartments set up, so hopefully we can get a couple more people in. We currently have 6, so 6 of these will be filled up with people, and then we have another 4 ready to go whenever we do get some more settlers in. But for right now, that's going to go ahead and be it for today's episode. So hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.